Okay, here we go. Cube sitting on top of a triangular prism. Okay, I know it's a cube because it's 2 by 2 by 2, all sides the same. Triangular prism, well, you recognize that pretty easily because of the triangle. So the first thing I do is I think to myself, can I eliminate the overlap right off the hop? Okay, and in this situation we can. The overlap is 2 squares. Okay, the bottom of where the cube's sitting and the space that it took up on the triangular prism. So normally a cube would have 6 sides, so I'm going to take care of that by only finding 4 sides. So remember, I usually label these. I'm going to call this part A, call the triangular prism part B. So let's start with part A. I always write down my formula. I'm talking about a square, so side squared times 4 sides because of overlap. Now you can find 6 sides and then take off 2 at the end. Remember, I did that in the last video where I showed you a different strategy. And I'm going to use that different strategy when I show you a really hard one on Monday. Okay, so here we go. For now, we're just going to stick with the basics. Side 2. 2 squared is 4, and 4 times 4 is 16 centimeters squared. And I'm going to circle that because I'm going to add that to find my total. Okay, now I'm going to come back to part B. In part B, we think about this. Okay, triangular prism is made up of triangles, but it's also made up of 3 different rectangles. There are 5 sides on a triangular prism. So part B, I always start with my triangles. You don't have to do that. You can choose how to do this however you want. Base times height divided by 2, and there are 2 of them. So I eliminate that, right? That's redundant. 2 divided by 2 is going to be 1, which doesn't affect. So the base of this thing is 12, and the height of this thing is 5. So we're going to go, the area of those triangles is 12 times 5, which is 60 centimeters squared, and I circle that. Okay, now I'm going to move on to my rectangles. So I am going to start with my slide. I don't know why I always do, but I do. It's a rectangle, it's length times width, so I'm going to trace this. My slide is 13 by 6. 13 times 6 is 78 centimeters squared. I'm going to circle that so I remember that's one of the things that I'm going to add together. Okay, now I'm going to do the bottom. I gotta think here. Here's the bottom. It is 12, and I'm not going to use 5. 5's the height. 12, and the thickness of that bottom rectangle is 6. Okay, so 12 times 6, which is 72 centimeters squared. And now I have one last piece to do, and that is what I call the spine. So this rectangle here, and that rectangle is 5 by 6, which is 30 centimeters squared. I just want to double check. I did 2 triangles, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's all the pieces of my triangular prism. And don't forget to add in the surface area of that cube because this is a composite object. Okay, let's add them all up. 16 plus 60 plus 78 plus 72 plus 30. And lo and behold, we get the right answer, 256 centimeters squared. All right, stay tuned. On Monday, you're going to have some composite objects that are a little bit tougher, and it's going to make us really think about the overlap and the strategy that we are going to use to solve these. Take care and have a great weekend, you guys. I miss you guys so much.